Hey guys, have you ever heard of day camping? I hadn't either, and we'd been doing it all along. I just didn't know there was a word for it. You know, when you can't pitch a tent in the wilderness and spend a couple days in the great outdoors, you can do it right at home or at a park close by. Day camping is all about the experience of camping, but just for the day. So we invited some friends over right here to the Giles Frontier. Welcome everyone to our camping series.
Yes.
I'm here with my good friend Kristen, who loves to go camping, right?
I love it.
But today we're going to talk about how we can go camping at home and still kind of have that feel with the kids. Now, Kristen has older girls who are 14 and 12. No, I'm sorry, 15 and 12. But then you have littles as well.
Right.
So sometimes camping with littles gets a little hairy, but we want to talk about how we can give them that experience in our own backyard today.
Fun.
So I invited Kristen over to make a couple of meals. We're going to make what my grandmother used to call hobo meals in tinfoil packets. Have you done that before?
I have not.
Well, we're going to put her to work today.
All right.
The kids are out taking a walk. It's a gorgeous day here, and it's nice and chilly.
Yes.
So we thought this would be a great experience. We've got a campfire going over here. We're going to do some hot chocolate, which, hey, hot chocolate.
Perfect.
Always good.
Always.
So we're going to get started with our first meal, and we're actually using ground venison today.
Oh, good.
That Grayson has harvested. So we're really kind of
Wow.
having a woodsy meal.
Yes,
right?
nice.
So I've already made up a couple of packets. This is what they're going to look like when we're done. You can do these in the oven, on a grate, over a fire pit grill, or actually in the coals, all three. So in the notes, we'll give you some examples on the heat on how you do that. But Kristen and I, we're going to put together lunch for the kids and have them kind of have fun with that. So I would use heavy duty foil. I don't have that. So we're going to do 2 sheets of this foil here. And what I'm going to have Kristen do is just cut up a little bit. I have my fancy cutter here.
Very nice.
We've got potatoes. We have broccoli, a little bell pepper, and some onion. And you could use any kind of vegetables. What kind of vegetables do you think you would use at home?
I would definitely use broccoli and onion. And the potato always is good.
Always potato.
Right, and
Can't go
maybe
wrong
some
with potato.
carrots.
Carrots are a good idea.
Yeah.
Any kind of vegetable you can put on there. Onions always kind of gives it a nice
Yeah,
flavor
I bet.
and lots of juice in there. So what we've done is we have 2 sheets. We're going to make it sort of a rectangle. And in the middle, what we're going to do is put a dollop of cream of mushroom soup.
Okay.
I'm going to put a dollop on there. And next we're going to put our meat. Now we've also done sausages.
Oh,
if you like
yeah.
sausages, you could mix it up and do sausages. Hamburger patties is kind of the standard for a hobo meal that my grandmother used to make. But today we're going to use ground venison, same thing. I did season our meat in advance. You could do it however you like. Do you guys do hamburgers at home?
We do. We do.
So this might be something that works for you.
And my whole family loves that.
So you could make the patties ahead of time. I'm really just sort of dolloping it on here, kind of making my patty as I go. And generally, these hobo meals, I would say could serve 1 to 2, depending on how much you put in here, how much space that you have.
Sure.
1 to 2 people. So we have that, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of our broccoli around it, an onion. Oh, that smells so good.
It does.
Sprinkle that on here. And our potato. While I wait for the potato,
Okay,
I want to
yes.
tell you my secret ingredient that I use in so many things.
Oh,
and
good.
this is, I probably don't say it right, is Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning.
Okay.
Have you ever used this before?
I have not.
So this sort of is like an all-around seasoning. It gives things just a little bit of a kick. If you want a little bit of that, a little or as much as you want, but it kind of has all kinds of things in there. So if you are camping, this is a great seasoning just to throw in your camping gear.
Is it spicy?
It is a little spicy, but I just use a little bit and
Yeah.
it just gives flavor.
Perfect.
I can make it spicy by adding more.
Okay.
But I usually don't do that.
Good.
So this is in Spanish, so I can't read that.
Okay.
Okay, salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic. You know, those regular ingredients.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean, just super easy, but
Very
it's just
good.
a great all around, especially if you're camping, you don't want all this stuff.
Right,
You can just
that's
toss it on there.
wonderful.
So I'm going to do a little bit of our Creole seasoning. You could do salt and pepper as well. Do our potatoes. Now we're doing a little bit of the cream of mushroom soup because it's going to give it a little bit of juice to
Yeah.
sit in there, kind of not burn our meat and help it just to give a little bit more flavor as well. And that's kind of, you know, all kids generally can deal with cream of mushroom soup. I mean,
Yes.
cream of chicken soup. So we're doing pretty good there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm throwing food everywhere. It's okay. We're camping,
That's right. That's right. I already did. I wish I enjoyed camping more, I must say.
Yeah.
But I think it is fun.
It is
So,
fun.
Yes.
We'll get you camping one day, I
Okay,
promise. We
okay.
will. We will. And you know, I think families go through spurts where camping can
Yeah.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, the age of your children.
Yes, I think
can
that's
help
yes.
a lot or hinder
Yes.
your ability to go camping. And now that my boys are a little bit older, we're doing more camping because of their hunting.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I like an air mattress now.
Yes.
It's very comforting
Yes.
instead of the ground. Because, you know,
Yes.
40-year-olds on the ground with all that, it just
Yeah.
doesn't work too good. But I do okay. I
Good.
do okay. I enjoy it. A camper would be good.
Yes.
That, you know.
That's more my idea.
Yes, it is. We don't have a camper. We're strictly tent people, but camper would be good. So now we're going to take another dollop and put it on top. And we've used all of our stuff. Bell pepper. We didn't get our pepper in here. These are beautiful orange
So
peppers.
pretty.
Gives it, and it's really colorful.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes kids will eat things if it's presented in a different way.
Definitely.
Who doesn't want to eat something that just came off of a hot fire?
Right,
Right?
right.
Okay. So how we fold these is, let me move my spices out of the way, is we're going to make a tent.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to take our ends and pull them up and kind of make a tent over the food. Roll it down. Then we're going to turn to our side and flatten it and roll it, because we don't want our juices to spill out. We want all that we're kind of steaming it
Yes.
basically in the packet. And do the other side. Okay, so when we're done, we have this cute little packet. We've sealed all the edges, and now we're gonna go put it on the stove.
All right.
So also, let's go ahead and get going on our hot chocolate.
Yes.
So if you wanna bring our water to put on the fire, we'll go get it done.
I'd love to.
All right, let's go. So what we've done is we started our fire earlier. We've got a little bit of a flame going and some coals. And what I'm gonna do, I have a grate up here, and I'm just gonna set our packets down over the grate and not get smoke in my eyes. And we're gonna let these sit here for about 45 minutes to an hour. I'll come and turn them. You can also put them right down into the coals, but today we're gonna try it doing right on the grate. So we'll come back in about 45 minutes and check and see if they're done. Okay, so we've finished our packets. It's been about an hour, and the hungry kids are circling, as you can see, waiting for our packet meals. So I wanted to show you, if you want to come in, and we're going to open it up and look at how yummy that is. So we have our vegetables, and our meat down there is nice and cooked, kind of like hamburger. And what we're going to do is just have the kids come and serve themselves. Okay, so weren't the foil packet meals amazing?
I really can't believe how good they were. Those were amazing. I would be doing those again.
So you can do that at home.
Yes.
I know you have a fire pit.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Well, do you hear our crackling?
I do.
So we have a cast iron skillet on. Now we have a camp stove. Everybody can have a camp stove or do it in the kitchen or have a little, those plug-in little, what do you call those things? You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. You have one.
Burner.
Yes. Burner.
But if you're out in the backyard, get your camp stove. Super easy to do. We've got hot oil. So I've got it off to the side because we're going to make donuts.
All right.
Campfire donuts.
Let's do it.
All right. So while I'm making campfire donuts and showing you, Kristen, the kids are wanting their hot chocolate. So she's going to put that together. We've got our hot water that we've heated up on our camp stove over here. And yeah, it's good. You can touch that.
Okay. All right.
Get that going. So campfire donuts is super easy. There's no mixing flour and making a dough. That's okay. Take the lid off. We are going to use refrigerated biscuits.
All right.
Okay. So what we're going to do is take our biscuits. This one comes in 10, which is going to give us 20 donuts.
Okay.
Now we've got our oil heated pretty high till it's kind of bubbly on top. We don't want to burn it. We just want it super hot so we can get those donuts going. All right. So I'm going to take my donuts and I am going to break them in half. And I'm just going to use my fingers because we're camping.
That's right.
And I'm going to make a ball. And then for a donut, you got to have a hole in your donut. Okay, so I'm going to make a little hole. These are
So
kind of silly
cute.
campfire donuts. Okay, so I make a little hole. So I'm going to make several of these before I put them in our hot oil. And then we're going to get a paper bag because we're camping.
Right.
And in my paper bag, I have 1 cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and I shook it up. So when we take the donuts off the hot oil, we're gonna throw them in our bag and shake them up.
How fun.
All right? And then we're just gonna throw them on our little camping tray because we've run out of silverware and stuff out here today. Even though we're right outside the house, you know? Yeah.
That's gonna better come out better. Okay, hold on.
They're all right here.
Oh, you're already
All these off to the
all
side.
these. Okay. It took us a little bit to figure out how to make the perfect donut, but I think Holly did it. So what we did is we took them and we broke them in half, and then we flattened them and put a hole. So here's one that we didn't cook yet. It was a lot flatter than rolling in a ball, and just because we found out that there was a lot of dough in the middle that didn't get cooked quick enough. So these were great though. The kids loved them. It was fun.
Well, we had a great time doing our day camping here at the Giles Frontier. The hobo packets were a hit for all the kids. The donuts, not so much. We ate them anyway, though. We hope that you take time to do some day camping this season, right in your own backyard or a park close by, and do some outdoor adventures with your family and friends.